welcome back to Jammin with Juice. I am Jammin. That is D. Jason Smith, Double J in the building, and DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. All right, do you hear me? All right, we are talking about J. Cole. We are talking about Drake. We're talking about Kendrick Lamar. We're talking about the three kings of hip-hop right now. We are talking about J. Cole because J. Cole came out last night with a song called Port Antonio. I was about to say Port of Miami, but Miami's probably flooded right now.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Catching some strays today.
Hey, man, my hearts go out to them. But J. Cole came out and he addressed a few things when it came down to why he decided to bow out of the big three battle. And he went on to go say, look, you know what, ultimately I would have lost a bro, I would have lost a friend. And Drake, you know what, I know you may be all by yourself, all by your lonesome, but hey, I'll for always and forever have you in my heart. You know, and I thought that was the most light-skinned sentiment I could ever hear from anybody. But call in Truth Nation, 833-212-1017. What's going on with the big three? What's going on with these three kings of hip-hop? Call in, text in 833-212-1017. But right now, we're about to go to Miss Banana. Miss Banana, how you doing? How you feeling, Miss Banana?
I'm good. How y'all feeling?
Amazing.
Wonderful. Fantastic.
All right, now that's good. Hey, Hazel, baby, too. I got to include Hazel. So, yeah, that's cute. Now, I got a question now. Now, when you say, the three kings, what is the definition? No shade, okay? Mm-hmm. What's the definition of the king in that category? And is Drake at that level? Or
is Drake at that level? You see, she ain't asking Cole.
Oh, come on, Jason.
Drake at that level, because we know Kendrick and Cole at that level. We trying to figure out is Drake at that level. That's what we trying to figure out. Ain't that right, Lana?
Yeah, because I don't like how he, the way where his mind is set.
I mean, okay, look.
I don't think
Miss Banana, when it comes down to the idea of the three kings, so look, Drake is a king in his own regard. He may be king of the light skinned folks or king of Canada, but he's king of hip hop pop music at this point. He's actually the biggest star out. And he's dominated the pop world for a very long time. But then when you talk about the other categories that, kind of make up hip-hop and where it's at right now, you would give it to a Kendrick Lamar for maybe his lyricism. And then you'd give it to, J. Cole, who has always been deemed as the heart of what hip-hop is. So they're all three kings in their own respective in their own regards.
So it got to be somebody current. Like that.
Who would be a king to you? Who would be a king to you?
Most Def.
Most Def? You gonna give it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yasin Bali?
Yeah, I like his style. I like his style. I do.
You know what? People never gave Most Def his flowers, but you know what? I probably wouldn't be who I am today if I never saw how good Most Def acted in Brown Sugar. You remember that movie?
Yes, and that song Brown Sugar.
Yeah, that's fire.
Yes. And one more thing, like, let's pretend like we're in a group and we're writing a paper, and then the paper came to me, and I was asking if something could be replaced, can this be replaced, the people who, have, the tattoos on them, and then they were compared to the other ones. No disrespect, I'm not taking away from them or anything, but can we replace that with, being branded as slaves as a form of tattoos, too?
Interesting.
I was thinking about that,
to
the
bring it to us,
Interesting.
Because this Black Talk Radio, it's about us. So I'm just asking your permission. Can we replace that with the black slaves? With the tattoo, with the brand.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, Miss Banana, because ultimately what you're saying is the idea of being a slave or whatever, of having to be branded. Then people are branding themselves currently right now, and branding things on them that ultimately cause devastation to only just their mental psyche, but to the people that are around them. That's very interesting. No, that's very interesting, Miss Banana. I appreciate you so much. God bless you. Thank you for calling in. Nah, man, that's some real stuff, especially when you talk about the influence of the hip-hop game. Lil Wayne definitely tatted his whole body. He branded his whole body what he wanted to be. And, ultimately people were going to say that he is also a king of what he does. But call in, text in, Truth Nation, 833-212-1017. What's going down with J. Cole? And can he actually make a comeback with this record that he got going on? We're about to head to Tony from Tulsa. Tony! What's cracking, dog?
What's happening?
You know what it is.
Man, okay, so first off, your boy can never be a king. So you know how that is in my boy. He ain't never gonna be in that king category.
Who are we talking about right
that
now?
Don't fit him.
We talking about Drake.
So I don't even want to say his name, but the lights get the blazing for the.
Precise. Yeah. Aubrey.
Oh man,
come on now, like what?
He ain't gonna never be. No, it's J. Cole, it's Kendrick, and we got to put Weezy there. But also, I'm like, man, I gotta give it to my old head too. Nas, that's my guy, man. That is my dude. So, and then okay. And we want to talk about, like, this is the category. So if you want to go just lyricists, of course, Kendrick is there. But if you just want to go with flow, style, and ease, Nas, and if you want to go with somebody hard, I mean, there's only two people that I heard that was this hard.
That's really my thing, though. I think there's always been three kings of each era. Like, I think there's always been three kings of each era. I just think this just happens to be the biggest era. Be honest with you, just because of how commercialized hip hop has become. Nas.
Yeah, it's really commercialized.
Nas is a father of me. If I'm being honest with you, I wouldn't be who I am. I wouldn't even be the hip hop student that I am if Nas never dropped Hip Hop Is Dead. To be honest with you, that made me want to go back and do all my Googles and everything I needed to know about hip hop. But I agree with you, man. But at the same time, I think Drake done his thing though. Come on,
man.
Tony.
No, man. I do the singing on the track. Right? Listen to the people that you had named and that I named. You can't be singing on the track all the time and then talk about you up there. That's not what we do, man. You're an R&B artist. If you want to say he's a king, if he's a king R&B, you could probably put him up there, but I wouldn't put him up there over what's his name?
Kendrick?
No, not the king of R&B right now. What's his name? I can't remember his name right now. Chris Brown.
Yeah. Wait. Chris Brown, the king of R&B? What?
Right now, yeah.
Right now?
Yeah,
right now he is. Right now, he is the king of R&B.
It used to be.
So I'm just going with that.
That's funny, Tony, man. Thank you for calling in. God bless you, dog. All right. Call in, text in, Truth Nation, 833-212-1017. Can there be three kings? Because right now what I'm hearing from everybody is there can only be one. It can only be one king. It can't be three kings. It can't be J. Cole being a king and Drake being a king and Kendrick Lamar being a king. It only can be one king, all right? And I guess there could only be one Michael Jordan. There could only be one Kobe. There could only be one LeBron James, and they can't coexist. They all have to be separate. It can only be one at a time. But if that's true, Truth Nation, call in, text in, 833-212-1017. I'm about to we're about to talk to somebody who I will proclaim to be a god himself, all right? And I'm talking about the one, the only 69 god.
The GOAT.
Al, what's cracking with you, dog? How you doing?
I'm doing good. To be honest, I think everybody could be a king of their own audience and their own craft.
Interesting.
Because our audience is created and everybody has their own craft. Now, I can respect the one who bowed out because, see, if you get too caught up in the drama, you will be doing things from a different mind frame.
Precisely.
So you have to protect your brand, because if you get too deep, your brand will suffer by trying to keep up with somebody else's brand. But when you are a king of your own brand and a king of your own audience, it will always be a need, a want, and a desire for them to spin that bag. But when you get too caught up into it, then that bag gets very light, like a blonde with a bag of bricks. So everybody, huh?
You said LeBron? Well, we don't.
No, he said like a bag of bricks.
Oh, okay.
See, that's you know LeBron nuts. See, nobody even said LeBron. Nobody said LeBron.
I gotta do it. Okay,
no, I didn't say. What I'm saying is your bag can get light. So by him bowing out, he's focusing on his brand and he's protecting his brand, Because what's going on in this rap world right now, they're getting too involved, but they're not protecting their brand. But when you protect your brand, you protect your own kingdom.
Interesting.
You know, so that's all. So it's a need, a want, and a desire to the audience that you created.
So,
some of these people are letting their audience suffer.
So Al, do you think the reason why J. Cole decided to be like, you know what, I'm finna bow out of this is because ultimately, like you just said, he wanted to protect his brand. It wasn't because he was trying to protect himself from losing the borough. It wasn't because he respected Drake so much. It was just more so because, hey, you know, I'm J. Cole. I see where this is headed, and my business and my brand and my image and likeness is not about to be used in this war.
And I agree 100% because your brand is all you got.
But
it seemed like
brand is it seemed like after that though, it seemed like Jermaine Cole's brand was tarnished. It seemed like people looked at him like the scrub. He the scrub of the big three. That's what people were saying.
That's you saying.
I
ain't been hearing that. I ain't been hearing that.
It was all on Twitter.
Well,
I ain't been hearing
it. Well, you know what? They might look at him as a scrub, but he still have his brand. And that's the number one thing you have to protect. Now, if you come out here being messy, your brand ain't going to do no good because you are going to offend a lot of people who used to represent your brand and steal your brand. But when you protect your brand, your bag will always flourish.
Thank you so much, 69 God.
Bigger than rap. And I think it's a combination of all those things. I don't think it was just the brand and image. I think it was the brand and image. It was the personal relationship with Kendrick. And it was the not going for blood, like getting too disrespectful. Like, come on, bro. Yeah. There's lines to certain stuff. Everything should have boundaries, no matter what. And there's certain lines that you shouldn't cross. And J. Cole wasn't trying to cross them lines.
It's so interesting because call in, text in, Truth Nation, and hit us on our YouTube chat board. Let us know what y'all think. Who is the better rapper? Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar? Can there be three kings? Can there only be one king? We need to know. All right, and what somebody says on our YouTube chat board, make certain that you do hit the YouTube chat board so you can get your voice heard, okay? When Curtis goes on to say, he says, look, Cole understands a win is not always a win.
Yep.
Drake couldn't hold Cole's mic stand.
Yeah.
That's not even a battle.
Exactly.
Aubrey should stick to pop rap. He's not like the other two kings. He needs a ghostwriter.
Exactly. This is what I've been saying. Bro, who said that?
Curtis.
Shout out Curtis.
Serious as cancer.
This is what I have been saying this whole entire time that we've been on this microphone.
I'm just, look, hey.
Like, I'm trying to tell you, it's levels to this, bro.
And I think that's why we're talking about it, how we're talking about it right now. I think that's why we're talking about the three kings, because there is levels to it.
It's levels.
There's a Drake, there's a Kendrick, there's a J. Cole, you know, and all, you can
what? J. Cole.
What? That was his ranking right there. That's his ranking.
Drake, J. Cole. I mean, you say Kendrick, Drake, and then you say J. Cole. Even the hand movement.
Look, I'm just saying, bro.
Come on. Like, you literally pushing your agenda.
J. Cole came out with a whole track saying that he's the number 3 of the big 3. He said this in the record. How can y'all be mad at me?
Bro,
when y'all king said this already?
Y'all sarcastic.
No, he was not.
He was being sarcastic.
Jermaine Cole was being serious. All right, he's being serious. Serious as his dreadlocks. All right.
If y'all, he's saying if y'all want me to be the big 3, cool. Y'all, what Eminem say? In the song "The Way I Am," like I am whatever y'all say I am, bro.
He didn't say that though.
That's essentially what he said.
No, you put words in that man's mouth. That's not what he said.
That's essentially what he said. I am whatever you say I am.
Nah, bro.
That's literally the lyric.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. That's the lyrics of Eminem. It's not the lyrics of J. Cole.
But that's basically what he's saying, though. Like, bro, if y'all go say I'm 3, cool. I'm at peace now. Like, cool.
Like, if that's gonna make you sleep better at night, okay, bet. I'm 3.
Shut up. Hey, listen, man.
But I know where I am.
Exactly.
Yeah, he number 3.
The GOAT off of Just Features, as he would say.
And look, all I'm saying is, look, in the Dragon Ball Z world, all my Dragon Ball Z fans out there, I just got to throw this out there because I'm super excited for this upcoming weekend, especially when we do Sip to That Fridays. I'm going to say it all over again. But I'm telling y'all, I can't wait for Dragon Ball to drop. And if anybody knows anything about the Dragon Ball Z anime, all right, there's a King Kai, there's a Supreme Kai, and then there's Lord Beerus. All right, and all I'm going to say is Kendrick Lamar is definitely Lord Beerus in all of these big 3, okay? So it really don't matter. We can talk about both these light-skinned cats, or we can talk about the one, an only truly black man in there. All right, so.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm just saying.
Like, bro, what? What?
Kendrick Lamar is the black man in there.
J. Cole is black, bro.
J. Cole is light skinned. His mom's white. His dad is black.
So he's black. Like, what are we talking about right now?
All I'm saying is when a police officer pulls them over, who's more than likely going to get arrested? Okay, it's going to be Kendrick Lamar.
He got a nappy head. Drake not getting arrested.
Kendrick Lamar over here riding around with the Bloods. All right, he's riding around with the Bloods, with the Pyrus and all of them. All right, I think Kendrick Lamar definitely is definitely black, more black than both those two
I think
dudes.
J. Cole was out here in the streets more than Kendrick. I'm just saying. I don't think Kendrick was out here under peer pressure. I don't think Kendrick. Well, HOC, I have contact. I don't think that Kendrick was really out here. I'm not gonna lie. I think he was in the crib in Compton, peeping out the blinds, seeing what was going on, and then rapping about it. J. Cole was out here in Fayetteville. Come on now. He was out here in Fayetteville going crazy.
Oh, snap.
That's
crazy.
I'm just saying.
You know what? You might be right. I ain't gonna lie. Because I mean, how Kendrick Lamar's even the Good Kid, Mad City, how that album
You
was
feel
going,
what I'm
bro.
saying? Like,
he was definitely just in the minivan trying to get to Shireen crib.
That's all he was
That was
focused
it.
on.
And then we did pop out and see some real ones. He was shook.
He was scared. He under peer pressure. He talking about it when he driving, and the cop wasn't even coming for him. And he over here paranoid to want to call his mama and stuff.
That's funny, bro. But I mean, ultimately, you know, Kendrick went through some things, man. J. Cole, he might have done some things. He went to college and stuff. He's a good kid, bro. He's a good kid. But truth be told, though, that's one thing I love about all three of these kings that I'm talking about today: Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole and Aubrey Graham. They all really good, just good kids. They're good men. Be honest with
Without
you,
question.
you know. And I think they're all a great influence on the culture of today. Because even when we talk about a Biggie, a Pac. The big three of that era, the things that they were pushing, the imagery that they were pushing, obviously wasn't the best for our society.
It's violence.
Yeah, it was very much violent. We over here talking about Death Row Records, we're talking about Bad Boy, and we see where both of those record labels ended up at,
Trash.
30 years later. So it's interesting, Truth Nation. But with that being said, this has been a good laugh. This has been a good laugh. Shout out to Jermaine Cole. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Shout out to Drake. All right, and if y'all want to one day try to have some kind of Drake money, I suggest for you, Truth Nation,
one call, that's all.
call in right now. Now's your chance to be our one call, that's all Group of 5K giveaway entry for the day. Yes, you can be entered in to win $5,000. Courtesy of Group of Law Officers. Be caller number
4.
Be caller number 4 right now at 833-212-1017. And you'll be entered in to win the $5,000 giveaway with the award-winning 101.7 The Truth and Group of Law Officers. Again, that is caller number
4.
at 833-212-1017. Remember, if you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, contact Group of Law Officers today. Visit them at Group of Law